This is an overview of my master quiz template for PowerPoint 2007. If you recall, before you've done anything with the template, slide 1 is the beginning of your quiz and slide 2 is the very end of your quiz. All the slides below that are the slides you'll be using for the copying and pasting for questions that you're going to add to your quiz. When you're done building your entire quiz, you'll delete from this red colored slide all the way to the last slide. However, don't forget, the first thing you should do when you have the master quiz template is do a file, save as, and save it with some other name rather than the template name, so you'll always have the base template to work with. So I'm going to start building my quiz. I'm going to start with a simple true-false answer question. As you recall, there are templates for the two answer questions. I'm going to pick the one for true-false. So I'm going to do a right-click copy, and then I'm going to come up to the middle of the first two slides, because remember I haven't started yet, and I'm going to right-click and do a paste. Now that I have my question template, I need the answer template as well. So I'm going to come down here to the two answer response templates, and I can copy both at the same time by highlighting the first one, holding the control key down, highlighting the second one with a click. Then I can right click, pick copy, come back up to the answer question template that I had, right click right after that and do a paste, and you will see my two response templates are right in line. So now I'm ready to type in or paste in my questions and answers for this true-false question. All you do is come up here, you double click it, and start typing in what you need. I went ahead and typed in my question and answers, but the question I have is the Ohio State flower is the yellow carnation. This happens to be false, as the Ohio State flower is the red carnation. So I made my incorrect response as it should be, and my correct response as it should be. But I may want to emphasize the incorrect response, emphasizing red over yellow. So I might highlight the red, come up here and choose a bright red color, and I might even increase the font size a little bit so it stands out. One thing I just want to emphasize, that if you do copy text from another page or a web page and you're going to paste it into your quiz, make sure you use the paste special and choose the unformatted text. If you don't, you might get results you don't want. Now that I've got my question and answers together, don't forget the importance of setting your hyperlinks on each page. As you recall, every slide has a large transparent graphic. You can tell this whenever you click on a slide, you'll see the handles kind of at the very corners. You got to make sure that this is hyperlinked to itself. In other words, I right click in this area, I put in a hyperlink, and I'm going to go bookmark and slide 2. Click OK, and I've just created a hyperlink for that large back graphic. The other thing I have to link to the page itself is this text box. Remember, click on the text box so you get a solid line all around it. Take a right click on that text box, go to hyperlink, and again we're going to link it to itself. Slide 2. Click OK, and your hyperlink is ready. And finally, I need to hyperlink the buttons themselves. I can just right click on the outside of a button, and this is the true button, which is the incorrect answer. So I'm going to hyperlink it to slide 3, which is the incorrect answer. Click OK. And then on the false one, which happens to be the correct answer, I'm going to hyperlink that to number 4. And now this page is all set. Because remember, the exit quiz buttons already are linked to the last page. And thus I have to set all the hyperlinks on all the answer pages as well. In this case there's 2 of them. So on the incorrect one, remember I'd set a hyperlink on the main graphic in the back. I'd set a hyperlink for this text box. I'd set a hyperlink for this text box. And all 3 of these hyperlinks would be to itself, which is slide 3. Then I would come down here on the repeat question hyperlink. I would hyperlink that to the slide 2, which is the original question itself. The click here to continue button, I can set a hyperlink. Right now I'm going to set it to slide 5, which is the last slide of my quiz. But this is going to have to be modified later as I add questions to my quiz. And this is part of the reason why sometimes I set all my hyperlinks after I have all my questions in, and then I don't have to go back and try to remember to do this. And one final reminder when setting hyperlinks to text boxes, remember you're right-clicking to set your hyperlink. When you right-click in a text box, you're first going to get the dotted line around that. You want to right-click again on that dotted line and make sure it is solid. Then set your hyperlink. Again, I'm setting this one to its own page, which is slide 4. Now click that. If you don't get that solid line, you'll probably hyperlink one or a piece of text instead of the whole box. So you want to make sure you get that solid line. Now the final step, and again I usually do this after the whole project's done and I've set all my hyperlinks all at one time, but we're going to go ahead and do this now so you remember that I want to test my hyperlinks and make sure they work as I need them to. So I'm going to click the put the PowerPoint show on, and I'm going to click around. I'm going to click in these different areas, and great, it stays exactly where I want it to stay. Now if I go to true, which is the incorrect answer, great. So I'm going to click on the text boxes around it, make sure I have everything ready to go, and then this time I'm going to repeat the question just so you see if I come back. And then on the false, yes, again, I'm going to click on the text boxes. I'm going to click everywhere to make sure it goes where I want it to go. I'm going to go to repeat question, right where I want it to go. Finally, I'm going to hit true again and then click here to continue. Yes, it took me to the end in this case. That's where I wanted it to go. I'm going to hit escape so I get out of this, and I'm going to go back to the false answer and bring this to a show. Go to false and click here to continue button, and again it takes me where I want to go. So all my hyperlinks are exactly as I desire them.